Hey, what's up, you guys? So, I have no idea who's going to be watching this, but I'm currently sitting down to record my Collins on the Rocks podcast, and I thought it would be an extra special experience for my Facebook followers and friends to see this Facebook Live video, kind of see how I make the podcast. I know you guys can't see exactly what's on my screen, but this is what's going through. I was gonna start this earlier, but do you see my coffee? I spilt it down my shirt. I smell like coffee right now, which is not a bad thing. I love coffee, but I'm gonna mention that in the podcast, but I just want to let you guys know. I know I said 5 minutes, so I hope no one was waiting, but here we go. Are you guys ready? Okay. So, we are going to start recording. Alright, and welcome to the Collins on the Rocks podcast. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Collins. We're back for another week of just pure conversation. I don't know, I'm just talking, and hopefully you like it. Okay, this is just a test. Okay. So that was me just making a test to make sure that my headphones were working. All right. I don't know if I like, hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, sounds good. Welcome to the Collins on the Rocks podcast. I'm your host, Collins. You're back again. Thank you so much, guys, for just coming and listening to my podcast. It is almost August, and you know what that means? It's Leo season. That's right, bibbies. August 19th is my birthday, and August 22nd is Penny's birthday. So we're going to kick off Leo season with kind of a one-sided conversation where I'm going to be talking to you for probably the next 20 to 30 minutes and get to know you. There was a user that maybe has blocked their account or something. If you are that person, hi. I saw your comment, but I can't see it, so I'm not really sure what happened. But on last week's podcast, you said that it's hard to connect with me because my viewers and listeners don't know me. And as someone who strives to be transparent and genuine, it was really disheartening, I guess, to hear that someone doesn't know who I am. And I love interviewing other people, so I decided to take the opportunity and let you guys interview me. Now, a couple of you have sent in so many questions, and I had to narrow it down for time's sake because I'm not going to talk for the whole hour length that I would normally have a guest on. But I thought this would be a great, kickoff to the Leo season and kickoff to what is going to be a great year for podcasts. Many of you know that I am turning 30 this year. So I'm doing this thing, I'm having a party, with my friends and hanging out with my family and hanging out with my boyfriend. But I'm doing this something special that I don't know, I want to turn 30 the right way. There's no wrong way to turn an age, but I thought it would be really interesting to kind of set my birthday as like a new beginning. So I'm writing down all the things that hurt me and didn't help me along the way in my 20s, whether it's my pride, whether it's my guilt from shit that I've done in my life, to thinking about past relationships and dwelling on past relationships and just writing them all down and then setting it on fire. And then I want to coincide and write down 10 things that I really want to do in my 30s, whether it's to go to certain places or just be more carefree, because I am a very wound up person and I get stressed out pretty easily. So I think it's timely that I'm thinking about turning 30 and I'm also jobless and thinking about where I want my life to go, what direction do I want to go. And I really appreciate all of you jumping in and taking the ride with me. So, thank you. We currently have a Facebook Live going on, and I keep seeing people like jump in, and I want to say hey to them, but I am also recording a podcast, so I'm a little bit distracted. But we have 3 segments today. Are you ready for this? So, our segments today are 1, what I bought at Target this week. I don't know about you, but I have a slight addiction to shopping at Target. 2, it's gonna be, I was thinking of doing like an advice corner, like I give you advice, you ask me advice, but I think that I'm probably the worst person to give advice, which is perfect. So I'm giving my unsolicited advice, and I'm scrolling on Facebook, looking at your guys' problems, and I'm gonna figure them out or give you really bad advice. And the last one is what I asked you guys this week was Ask Me Anything, where you guys get to interview me and I get to tell you what the heck is going on in my life. So, if you're ready, let's jump right in. I'll insert music in here. Alright, so as promised, I'm going to tell you about Target. Now, if you've never gone to Target, or if you're not a basic bitch like I am, Target is like the Mecca. Like you walk in, the fluorescent lights, the smell of popcorn, it just reminds me that I have an extra 20 probably in my back pocket, and I have some change. And that dollar section, I need all those pencils for some time in my life, maybe someday, I don't know. But I love Target because of the Cartwheel app. Now, I'm not sure if you guys use the Target app or if you have a Target Red card or what have you, but I started the Target Red card debit because, I'm trying to get my credit, squared away, and I've been looking at like those deals, and I'm like, I don't need a tube of toothpaste, but I really want $3 off, so it's basically free. And that's totally wrong. Like, that's not how consumerism should work. But I'm going to tell you 4 things that I bought at Target this week. Are you ready? The first one is a Google Chromecast. I don't know if you guys have a Chromecast or if you even know what it is, but it's this little thing that goes into your television, and you can play things on your phone and have it casted to your TV. So say I'm watching a YouTube video, I can just press this little button and it goes to the TV. Yo, it's the best $38 I've ever spent. Like, literally the best I've ever spent. I currently am watching things on Hulu and things on Netflix, and knowing that I'm rarely home, but knowing that if I have a second, I can just flip it on and watch my Philip DeFranco on YouTube, or pull up a cool music video that I can show more than just one person and huddle around my small iPhone. It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, sure, lots of people have known about Chromecast. I'm sure I'm late on the bandwagon, but for $38, you can have friends. Look what you watch. Alright, so the second thing that I bought at Target, which if you're on Facebook Live, you have to tell me if my skin looks youthful or not, because I just bought a new foundation, because I vary between what the shade is called a buff beige, so it's kind of a more yellowy, white color, and then basically an alabaster white. I can't describe it. It's just the moment the sun comes out, my skin all of a sudden is remember your olive tone? Remember? Let's put some, yeah, you're yellow, okay? So I I have a hard time because I hate committing to a $30 foundation, especially since, you know, I don't really have a job. But it's been really great going to Target and knowing that, like, if I don't like a shade, I can bring it back. I can bring back a $9 foundation. They're not going to put it back on the shelf. No. They just burn that. It's a loss. That is so cool that a drugstore can do that. Yeah, so I bought a new foundation. Third thing I bought is going to sound so wild, but chocolate covered almonds. Now. I know they've been around for a long time, but there's nothing more excruciating than being in summertime traffic and not having a snack, not having something that energizes you. And I don't want to pull off on the side of the road and, you know, go to McDonald's like I want to, but just having like a little pack of these in my purse or my backpack. Well, I actually carry a backpack. I don't really carry a purse, but having chocolate covered almonds has like saved my life like 4 times this week. And the fact that they're like $11 for like those little individual packages is a little like, I mean, it's like a package of like 6. It's not like $11 for one package, but they are incredibly good. It's the Justin's brand, so it's organic, so I don't feel as bad for eating chocolate covered almonds, but I really like them. All right, and the fourth and final thing that I bought this week is toilet paper. You know why? Because they had a coupon on the Cartwheel app. But I also have this app called iBotta, which is IBOTTA, and it's basically like a coupon app. Now, I know they're data mining me. Like, they just want to know what an almost 30-year-old white bitch is buying. Like, they want to know where I'm buying my products. But toilet paper is so annoying because, like, it's a thing that you have to buy as an adult. Like, there's no, like, oh, someone else is going to buy it, like mom, or maybe a roommate. Like, no, you have to buy your own toilet paper. And, like, buying toilet paper, knowing that you have to buy toilet paper, like, you can't not have toilet paper. I don't know. I groan every time that I purchase it, but, like, I love the fact that I can use my Cartwheel app and save some money, and also use the iBotta app and get money back for what I'm buying. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty rad. So those are my 4 things I bought at Target. Go out and buy what you want. Write down in the comments what you guys like to buy at Target. All right, we are on our second segment of the day. It is unsolicited advice. Yeah. All right, you guys have a lot of issues and you write them on Facebook. Now, I also write my issues on Facebook, so I just really want someone else to tell me how ridiculous my life is. But since nobody asks me for advice, ever, nobody asks me for advice, I'm just gonna solve all of you guys' problems right now. Okay. No names, just so you know. So, my friend R says, am I the only one who doesn't call dogs puppies when they're clearly no longer puppies? It's weird to me, to be honest. Y'all can come for me now. Well, you know what, R? I'm coming for you. Because every dog in my eye is a pupper. It is no longer a dog. It could be negative years old. It can be 100 years old. That pupper is a pupper. And it's a puppy. My Penny Lane, she's a puppy. You know why? Because she still acts like she's a child. And that is my puppy. She is my fur child. Your parents don't stop calling you children when you're grown. Come on now. All dogs are puppers. Say it with me now. All dogs are puppers. Wow, you guys are like a church. I loved it. I could hear it. All right. A says, random pet peeve. When I send someone an email and then instead of replying to me, they start a whole new email and send it, forcing me to go back and find my old email to see what I said. Why? Maybe they don't understand technology. Or maybe you should tell them about how sick, nasty that Gmail is. Seriously? Conversations. Keep it in the convo. If you have to keep making, then you know what? It's not your problem. That's a power play. And they're winning and you're losing, A. So stop losing, start winning. I feel really confident, like, being able to, like, give you guys advice because, like, I think I give great advice. All right, L says, okay, I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy, but I don't get iCloud. Okay, stop right there. If you don't get iCloud, you don't get something that, like, 82-year-old grandparents understand. Back up, like, Google it. If you don't understand iCloud, Google it. Or if you don't understand iCloud, just don't have an iPhone. Because iPhones are literally for tech people. What did I... Rihanna? I don't know what I just said at all. iPhones are for people who are not tech smart. Yeah. So just go get yourself an Android phone, and then you'll figure out that you're even more stupid. Alright, so this person, it's really long. So are you guys ready for the long one? I have to get something off my chest. This is the only space I feel comfortable talking about this. And I'm sorry for it being so long. With the emoji of hands over eyes. So a couple weeks ago, I was planning on having my boyfriend over after I got off work, which I'd be home around 8 o'clock. Normally when we plan to meet each other, we plan to get there around the same time. What? Okay. But when I got home, I saw his car already parked, and he must have been inside already. That's usually what happens when people are already parked at a location, and you don't see them in the car. Unless they got abducted, so maybe that's where this story is going. I don't know. I'm very, like, slightly invested. Let's keep going. He was either over at the same time. I just brushed it off and went home. Okay, good going for you, B. So I walk in the living room. I see him and my parents talking and having a conversation. Oh, so you live at home, B. Okay. And I notice his glass of wine is half full, so it looks like he's been over for a while. Oh my God! Your boyfriend loves your parents. Can't relate. Which I thought was sweet because he's spending time with my parents. Okay, cool. So fast forward to a couple hours later, he leaves and I'm talking to my mom and I asked her if I could see your phone because the day before we went to the beach and I want to look at pictures. No, you didn't, you liar. So she handed me her phone and bam! What? Bam! My boyfriend's name is right there. Oh my God, they're friends. She must have totally forgot to cancel out of the text message going on between my boyfriend and her because the first thing that came up when I opened my phone and I didn't... Okay. Honey. Your parents are allowed to be friends with your boyfriend. I'm putting 2 and 2 together and realizing my boyfriend went over early to ask my dad for his blessing. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Cool, great, congratulations. That wasn't a question. Why would you post that on Facebook? Okay. Let's do a couple more. Alright. Kay says, something's up. I'm not feeling myself. I haven't slept all night. Sad face. Well, maybe you should get some sleep. I don't know. Have you guys used the Headspace app? You should probably use the Headspace app. I haven't used it yet, but... C says, how is August next week? September is basically tomorrow. It's already 2019. Happy New Year. Lol. That was really great. How is it August next week? Because that's how time works. Like, every second that goes by is going forward, and then it just snowballs into time. So I'm just letting you know that that's how time works. That August is next week because that's how time works. All right. A says, I used to sneak out of my house to go to parties, but now I sneak out of parties to go to my house. Is that bad? No, that's not bad. You know why? Because going places that you don't want to go is really stupid. So maybe you should, like, not go to places that you don't want to go. Always have a pillow fort at your house. Always Netflix and chill by yourself. Always order Postmates and say, you know what, I have a date, and it's with yourself. You know why? Because there's power in a face mask. There is power in, are you still watching on Netflix? Yeah, I'm still watching, and I can see my Cheeto-stained face in the reflection of my freaking computer. You know why? Because I get it. I get that I'm here for the long haul. I'm here to chill. This is my recharge. And if I have to justify that because I have an obligation to go to a party, no, I'm getting new friends. Because, you know what? My friends are on Netflix. You know who they are? Ross, Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe. And, you know, sometimes Gunther. So, you know what? Get yourself some new friends. Out now on Netflix. Let's see if we can find one more. I saved those ones, so this would be probably a time that I cut this ish out. Another C said, OMG, this heat rash / chub rub is real. Too hot to wear pants. Too much pain to keep wearing the same shorts. Cries in Spanish. You know what? That was me. Yep. Solving my own, my own problems right now. Guess what? Never leaving the house again. I should just have like a drive-through that, like, you can drive through and, like, say hi and be like, hi, Collins, how's it going? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm staying inside where it's cool. Never going outside again. But seriously, like, the heat rash is so real right now. If you don't experience it, you're probably really thin, and or you don't go outside, and in that case, I'm envious. But I really like eating food, so I don't see myself being that thin ever. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed my segment of unsolicited advice. If you'd like to be a part of unsolicited advice, just at Collins on the Rocks podcast on Facebook, or send me anything, because that was really fun. And I hope you guys had fun too. Alright, so the last segment of the podcast is Ask Me Anything. Guys, it's Leo season. If you don't believe in astrology, like, I'm really sorry. I identify with being a Leo so much. I'm going to pull up some descriptive words that are for Leos, but the Leo sign is July 25th through August 25th. Let me check. But, oh, it's July 22nd through August 22nd. So, it's a fire sign. The symbol is a lion. Basically, the characteristics of a Leo is someone who's bold, intelligent, warm, courageous, Like what you would think that like would describe someone who's like a lion. It's like a bold personality, someone who's ready to blaze a trail. But they're very emotional and they're very fickle, which is completely like to a T description of myself. Like I know that I'm a very bold person and I speak my mind. I obviously speak my mind. I have a podcast to do that, and I have a YouTube, and I have all these things. Like this is who I am, and I can't steer away from who I am. So with that said, that it is Leo season, and I become the most selfish person ever around this time. So I asked you guys to interview me, so here we go. Interview me. Yeah. All right, so the first question is, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Well, I am a huge fan of sushi. I feel like every time I eat sushi, I love it, but I feel like that could get old after a while. But then again, like, I love pizza, so like, can I make pizza sushi? I don't know. You let me know. Or we can do it together, but like, I'll ask you to leave at 9 p.m. Who is your unconventional celebrity crush? That's the second question. Probably comedian David Cross. If you have no idea who that is, take a second, go Google it. I'll wait. Okay, now you know. So he's on Arrested Development, which is a show I like. He has a comedy special on Netflix, which I watch often. But I just think that he's freaking hilarious, and the more I watch him, the more I have a crush on him. But don't tell my boyfriend. Okay. I feel like unconventional celebrity crushes are weird, because what I think is attractive, a lot of people don't think are, those people are attractive. Like, I have a huge crush on Jason Momoa, but like everybody has a crush on Jason Momoa. Like, I met Tom Hiddleston and I was totally starstruck. I couldn't really speak and it was so awkward, but I was there with my friend Christina and I loved every second because she invited me, and like, I want to go meet him again and be like, I'm sorry, I was so weird. But I know I won't say anything, so. But, all right, third question. These are all great. What is your deepest fear? Oh, dang. I feel like my deepest fear is like rooted in loneliness. Like, I mean, a lot of people have like fear of heights or fear of snakes or fear of sharks or deep water. Like, those are all like legitimate, fears, and I don't want to, minimize those. But I know that my fear is rooted in loneliness. So I hate being lonely. Like, I like being alone. I love being inside, watching Netflix, creating, like doing things with my dog. Like, those are a part of me. But if I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking those dark thoughts and I feel lonely, that's just a place that's really hard to climb out of. When I was single, I thought a lot about why no one is picking me, why no one would want to date me. And I want to do all these cool things in life. I want to go to Mount Rainier and go to the glacier, and then I want to go to Portland, and then I want to go to this wedding, and then I want to go downtown, and then I want to go to Comic-Con, and then I want to go to all these things. I want to go to baseball. Like, I like going to events on my own time, but it's really lonely when you have no one to go with. And I'm not saying that friends wouldn't go with you, but there's just some key component when you have a partner that can do all these like random weird things. Like, I love doing grocery shopping and errands with my boyfriend. Like, it makes the time feel not like I'm alone, but we don't even have to speak. It's just like that part of companionship that I really do appreciate. And it's probably the reason why I was like so terrible at casual dating. It's really easy to like disconnect from sex and to disconnect from like the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever you want. But I still was lonely, and it didn't cure my inherent need to have a companion. Whereas my physical desires were cured, and I'm satisfied up to the T, like whatever. But I just don't want to be lonely. I don't want to go through life alone. So I'm always going to surround myself with dogs and cats, but having a companion is totally different and totally something that you should treasure. So, all right, fourth question. What is the trait you love most about your boyfriend? That's so funny. I love that he is so caring. Like he cares more about others, I think, more often than he does himself. But like I've mentioned on the podcast before, like he's done things like clean my car while I was away. You know, the day that I got fired from my job, he got on the ferry and, you know, traveled over 2 hours to make sure that I was okay. Last weekend, I needed help with the dog that I was watching, and he right away, like, he was sick and came and helped me. And I haven't found that in a partner before. I really like how we have great time, and he's very funny. Like, he makes me laugh so much. And I don't know, there's just something special about the way that he cares that I don't want to lose. So, all right, number 5. What's Penny's adoption story? Oh, okay. Well, many of you know, but if you don't, I fostered dogs for a while. Last year, Stella, the Rottweiler, I almost adopted, but we just didn't fit with our lifestyle. I needed a dog that would go with me places, that'd be kind of small because, you know, I don't really live in a big place. I needed a dog that likes exercise but also likes chilling. A dog that would be easy to, like, go to, you know, Seattle, go to a park, like, is mobile. So, and a dog that's willing to be social. So, I've been working with the Kitsap Humane Society, and I was working with Kitsap Animal Rescue to foster dogs, and I was working over at Run Dog Run when I got a call saying, oh my god, you know, I'm looking for, you know, the owner. We have a dog that needs a foster right now. So I said, well, you know, the owners aren't there, but I've fostered animals before, like, why don't we do this? So she came, brought Penny to my house, and she told me that the previous owner had a heart attack and was going to need 4 heart surgeries. And the daughter of the woman said that this dog was terrible, that it needed all of this work, that, you know, she destroys things, and they didn't want that dog in their home. So I was expecting the worst. But the moment that I saw Penny, I knew that she was going to be my forever dog. She's so sweet. She's so kind. She's so caring. She's very neurotic. And yes, she does tear things apart. I mean, she tore carpet up. Every stuffed dog toy that we give her, she literally, in an hour, will take all of the stuffing, the squeaker, everything, the rope, whatever's inside, and turn the plushy flesh inside out and just drags it along. Like, that is my dog. But she loves so hard, and she's such a good dog that I can't really imagine my life without Penny. So, all right, number 6. What is your biggest pet peeve? Ooh. I think my biggest pet peeve right now is people who leave their shopping carts not in this shopping aisle, compartment, whatever. Listen, how long does it take you to take your shopping cart from your car to walk to a designated space in the parking lot to put your parking, your cart? Seriously, I'll wait. You go right now, pause this podcast, go to your local Target, your Safeway, your Albertsons, your Walmart. How long does it take? I timed myself this week because it annoyed me so much. 4 seconds. I was walking like a normal ass person. And it took me 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Seriously? You can't spend 4 seconds to put a shopping cart away, which an employee from the store has to go to those designated locations to gather up the shopping carts and bring them back inside. If they're just stewed all around the parking lot, are you freaking that lazy? Because that creates more work for the employee, that creates more work for other people so they don't hit those shopping carts with their cars. Plus, they can get damaged, they can get stolen, they can get, abducted by aliens. Put your shopping cart back. Please and thank you. Amen. All right, next question. If you could share one thing about yourself without fear of judgment, what would it be? Without fear of judgment. So does that mean that you guys can't judge me right now while listening? You can't judge me. Okay? Well, one thing about myself. I have a third nipple. There you go. You can't see it. Now you just have to imagine it. But I, Collins, have a third nipple. So take that to the bank. Amen. I don't know what else there is to say about that. Oh my God, I can't believe I shared that. All right, next question. Favorite ice cream? Oh, girl. That mochi ice cream from Halo Top. Oh, I wish there were more mochi pieces, but it's green tea with mochi pieces. So good. If I can't get that, anything mocha almond fudge. I love chocolate. I love coffee. I love nuts. So if you give that to me, that's what I'm going to eat. I could eat that. You know what? I could eat that for the rest of my life. Ice cream. I would not feel well, but I would eat it. All right. What beauty YouTuber do you love the most and why? I watch a lot of YouTube, but I love Tati Westbrook. You can go look her up right now. She's Glam Life Guru. She uploads Monday through Friday. It's usually like her trying on makeup, doing tutorials, showing her beauty room. She does WTF products that it's like, do you guys remember that Vamp stamp where it like makes the winged eyeliner? She's done that. She's done like $180 bronzer versus, a $20 bronzer or a $10 bronzer. Like, she does everything that I'm like, oh, I could do that. And then she like has it up the next week. I'm like, oh, dang it. She's so cool. And I think she's super relatable. She's super down to earth. She's originally from Seattle. She lives in LA now. But like, I just feel like she's so beautiful. And I just would love to meet Tati Westbrook. So you guys should go check her out. All right, this person says, who's your favorite WE women's wrestler? Ronda Rousey, hands down. And this is why. Yeah, she just got inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame, but people don't know how great of an actress she is. Like, she's very believable, and If you've ever watched her in the WWE, she was in WrestleMania 34, and she was against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, which Stephanie McMahon is obviously the daughter of Vince McMahon, who owns WWE. But, I have to mention this joke. Now, I can't get in trouble on here because I'm quoting someone else. But Stephanie McMahon must have been in a fight with Triple H or something. But they're married, and someone asked how big Triple H's penis was, and she said it's small. Well, Triple H fired back and said, a 747 looks small inside the Grand Canyon. Oh my gosh. So funny. It's one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my entire life. But Ronda Rousey had a fight against both Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and it was so good. It was so good. She's entertaining, and she's great to watch. She's gorgeous. She's super believable. But yeah, that's my favorite wrestler. All right. The last question. Are you guys ready for this? What is something that you're looking forward to turning 30? I thought about this question when it came in, and I didn't really want to put it up because I don't want to dwell on the fact that I'm turning 30, but you know what? I'm excited about turning 30. I'm excited to close a chapter on my 20s, close a chapter on one of the most painful decades of my entire life. Like, forget being a teenager, forget being a child. Like, from 0 to 10 doesn't count. 10 to 20, being a teenager sucks, whatever. But from 20 to 30, it's been the most agonizing and I guess like rewarding, I guess would be the best way to describe my 20s. Because I'm the type of person that I have to learn things the hard way. Because I'm a stubborn person, that I have to do things my way. I have to date that person that I know is going to hurt me. I have to take that class in college that I know that I'm going to fail. I have to befriend someone, and I give people second chances when I know in the back of my head I shouldn't. But I learned so many things the hard way that I wouldn't trade for the world. I guess, now I know that those things hurt me in the end. But I learned so many things in my 20s that I get to bring to my 30s and use them as experience. I also had so many jobs in my 20s. At one time I had 4 jobs. And it wasn't like little jobs. They were like full-ass jobs. And I don't know how the hell I did it. And I still had like a day off. Like, I don't know how I did it, but I did it, and I will always cherish working hard, and I always will cherish doing the right thing, even when it hurts, and I will always cherish doing the wrong thing and hurting myself. Like, I'm gonna cherish those times. Oh my gosh, yes, my Chinese children. All right, so let me talk about this. So, podcast. Right out of college, I started working at this school, and they had a boarding, like, foreign exchange program where a bunch of kids from other countries could come to the school and live in this building. And so I was their dorm parent. I took them to school, I got them from school, I helped them with homework, I cooked them dinner. Well, I just heated up food, but I'd make them breakfast. We took them to the mall like every weekend. They always wanted to go to the mall, they always wanted to go shopping, they always wanted to go to Seattle. And My friend Cass would go with me. I drove a short bus that could fit all 22 kids. But it was so fun getting to know these students. And if any of them are listening right now, hello. I miss you guys. But it's one of the most interesting jobs I've ever had. And unfortunately, it ended with me basically just quitting because it got to be so abusive. But I loved those kids so much. Abusive on their part. Like, they would make me do things that I didn't really sign up to do, and it wasn't in my contract, and I felt like I was being taken advantage of. So, long story short, that was the best job I have ever had. Definitely. All right. It's that time. This has been a really fun episode. I hope you guys liked it. You can find us on Instagram at Collins on the Rocks. You guys should see my Insta stories. They've been super cool. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Collins on the Rocks. If you see our ad, give us a little shout out. $10 apparently goes a long way because over 1,000 people have watched my ad. So it's kind of weird. You can email us, Collins on the Rocks podcast, all one word, at gmail.com. Penny, did you want to say anything? You just want to be cute over there. She's been snoring the whole time, so no barkity bark from her. Thank you guys for listening. I've been Collins. Let's have a drink. Cheers. All right, you guys just witnessed that. So now I'm going to go through and edit out these weird breaks in there and add music and go from there. Have a wonderful day and listen to the next podcast. I've really enjoyed seeing all of you comment, and it makes me miss you. Bye.